What is up guys, welcome back to another GeekaWhat video, and today it is my 2018 gaming and setup tour. This setup has been adapted, it's evolved to best suit my needs and to be as efficient and as a comfortable place as possible to sit. Today I'll take you over everything I chose and why. Let's do this. Snazzy intro aside, any setup for me starts off with the chair. It's where you sit, you've got to be properly supported for 5-hour, 6-hour gaming or editing sessions. GT Omega truly are the only chair that I will sit in. They're absolutely superb, so comfortable, and have so much adjustment you can practically fall asleep on these things. I'll actually link these and all the other products mentioned today in the description below, and you can actually get 5% off with GT Omega using code GEEKA if you'd like to pick one up. I've reviewed many of their chairs in the past and I've had very good things to say about pretty much all of them. Nice design and comfortable to sit on, it's a win-win. Next up is of course the monitors I chose. I went for two 23-inch LG FreeSync panels. Now there's a couple of reasons for this. 23-inch is nice and small, and having two of them is just a bit more preferred in my opinion than an ultra-wide, as it allows better multitasking in windows with two separate displays. These two screens are both IPS, which means the colours are super vibrant but also super accurate, which is arguably much more important than resolution when creating content. If the colours look good on a reference display, they're going to look good on a 40-inch TV or your smartphone, and that's the issues that I had with my previous monitors. These are also FreeSync, as well as I mentioned, over HDMI, and the super thin bezels look really nice. I've got both of the monitors floating off the desk, if you will, using Duronic monitor arms, which give me more desk real estate for schoolwork or a laptop and peripherals, all that good stuff. Talking of peripherals, I've got a bit of a weird setup going on, one that's changed quite a lot and does continue to change. The keyboard I went for was Cooler Master's MK750. It's their flagship keyboard, has a number pad, full RGB control, a very comfortable wrist rest and great RGB implementation. I reviewed it and you can find that video in the card section here. For the mouse in this setup, that's also another Cooler Master unit. It's got a pinky support as well, which I found so nice, and the scroll wheel has quite a weird but really unique texture. It's their MM250. It isn't a cheap mouse by any stretch of the imagination, but the clicks are super satisfying and it seems built really quite nicely. Another mouse that I would definitely recommend and is a bit of a better all-rounder is Creative's Siege. I've been so impressed with this mouse and actually reviewed this mouse, I believe, if I remember rightly, which you can go and check out on the channel. It's really comfortable and the RGB implementation on that is a bit more preferred in my opinion. I've also got an RGB Mousemat from Cooler Master, which looks really nice and is super simple to control with the sort of fingerprint button, if you will, on the top of the unit. Now, one thing to bear in mind with this, if you want to buy an RGB Mousemat like this, don't buy this Cooler Master one. It's essentially just a Chinese off-the-shelf mouse mat from like Alibaba or wherever you want to go that's just been rebranded with the Cooler Master logo. It's not actually a Cooler Master product at all. A-Data have done the same with one of their new mouse mats. It's a bit disappointing, but it looks good and it kind of functions well, so I can't really blame them for it too much. Moving to the right hand side of the setup, you first have the microphone arm, which is from Rode. It's a boom arm, once again keeping the microphone off the desk itself and also allowing for some good cable routing options. It's super flexible and allows me to easily position my Scarlett CM25 microphone wherever I want it. The microphone does have a clip-on pop filter as well as a shock mount to give the best possible audio quality, and that microphone is superb. It's the one you hear in all of my PC build videos, which I'll link the playlist for here, and is just absolutely fantastic. One real shame about this microphone is that they don't actually sell it as an individual standalone product. Instead, you have to get a bundle which also includes Scarlett's 2i2 preamp and a really kind of shoddy pair of headphones. That being said, the bundle is absolutely fantastic, and the Scarlett 2i2 preamp is what I currently use to convert the XLR signal from the microphone to one that can be understood by the computer, i.e. analog to digital. It also allows for a good audio preamp as well to plug a pair of headphones into, and allows you to plug in like a guitar or a piano or a microphone for loads of different recording purposes. The other two pieces of the audio puzzle in this setup are of course the speakers and the headphone/headset. In terms of the speakers, I've got a pair of Creative's T30 wireless, which to be honest with you aren't that great. They sound quite good and they're pretty loud, but they're pretty expensive for what they are, and they just emphasise the bass way too much. They're too bass heavy, lack really any mids, and the treble can just be way overdone at times. They're a nice pair of speakers and the music does sound good on them, but until I can sort of justify dropping some serious cash on some studio monitors such as the JBL LSR 305s or Yamaha HS5s, these shall have to do. In the headphone/headset department, I've actually been using a brand new pair of Plantronics Dolby Atmos compatible headphones/headset, and I've been really impressed. I've got it sitting on this super cheap headphone stand, and I can't emphasise just how good these things are. They're so comfortable, they're great for long gaming sessions, the surround sound's incredible, the battery life is really good, and it actually has both a sound mixer and volume control on the left ear cup for on-the-fly adjustment. I'll be doing a full review of these very soon, so make sure you're subscribed for that one. Overall, very impressed indeed. A couple of other notable things on the desk include a 4-port aluminium USB hub from Aukey, as well as a 5-port multi-USB charger from Anker, which are both very convenient and super duper useful. Finally though, what systems am I rocking in this setup to really power things up and make things work as well as they do? I actually have two systems, the first of which is a server that I did a video on not too long ago. It's got 16 terabytes of hard drive storage in RAID 10 to give me 8 terabytes of usable redundant storage. I picked up some second-hand 10 gig networking gear from eBay, which gives me a super fast link to archive all of the footage. Every single piece of footage, that I shoot goes on that with video projects that I can go back and take a look at later. For my main editing rig, until recently I was using an i7-8700K system with a 1080 Ti inside Cooler Master's H500p case. I did a full video series sort of build guide on that, which you can check out in the cards section here, although recently I've reverted back to my Ryzen 7 1700 system, which I also built on the channel. 64 gigs of DDR4, 1 terabyte of SSD storage, and a GTX 1060 do the job nicely for editing in Premiere Pro and Adobe's After Effects. But I think that just about wraps it up for everything in my 2018 setup. It isn't quite as brass and glamorous as some of the other setups that you might have seen on YouTube with 4K triple monitors and dual 1080 Ti's, but I just haven't quite got the budget for that scope of a setup just yet, and I want to keep things somewhat minimal but not unproductive, if that makes sense. If you enjoyed today's video, smash that like button and do subscribe for more from me. Follow me on Twitter at GeekaWhat, and as always, we'll see you in the next GeekaWhat video.